Some days, my wallet feels full, yet my soul feels utterly empty. My body still moves, I still smile, I still speak, I still work. But inside, a certain fire has dwindled. Only ashes remain, and a faint, hazy wisp of smoke. It's not the hunger of an empty wallet. It's the hunger of my very self for inner peace. My shoulders feel heavy, not from carrying material burdens, but from the weight of invisible expectations, of unnamed pressures. Waking up each morning, I'm seeing the sunlight through the curtains. It should be a fresh new start. But instead, I just let out a sigh. A deep weariness seeps into my very bones. It doesn't show outwardly with obvious dark circles under my eyes, but with an aimless gaze, with hesitation when it's time to start. There was a time I thought, just a little more effort. Just reach this goal, get that thing. Then all the fatigue would vanish like morning dew. Money would be the ticket to freedom, to happiness. And I tried. I tried until exhaustion, non-stop, pushing myself past every limit, every milestone, thinking that every coin earned was a victory, a brick building, a sturdy wall for life. But the higher that wall grew, the smaller I felt, the more lost I felt amidst the achievements. I mistakenly thought that material abundance would fill every void, that having money in the bank meant having everything, needing nothing more. But no, the emptiness remained. It wasn't hidden. It didn't disappear. In fact, it grew larger, deeper, like a black hole swallowing all joy, all excitement, all passion I once had. Life passed by like an endless string of days, where each day I merely existed, not truly living, not truly feeling, just a machine programmed to operate and to brace myself and endure. I was afraid to stop, afraid to let go, afraid that if I didn't push on, everything would collapse, afraid of falling behind, of being left behind, afraid of losing what I had painstakingly built. And that fear clung to me, like an invisible, heavy shadow, making every step difficult, every thought a battle. I told myself, I must be strong. I must be resilient. I cannot be weak. Those self-reminders, once a motivation, now became shackles, imprisoning me in my own jail. A jail with walls named must do, must have, must be. And I just kept walking in the dark. Until one day, looking into the mirror, I saw a stranger's face, sunken eyes, a withered smile. No longer seeing the spark of passion from before. Only exhaustion, only apathy. That wasn't me, I knew, but an utterly depleted version of myself. A version that had forgotten how to live, how to breathe, how to feel, only knowing how to brace. That moment, like a splash of cold water to the face, woke me from a long sleep of indifference. I realized money can buy convenience, but it cannot buy energy. It cannot buy inner peace. It cannot buy mental health. I was wrong. I had exchanged too many precious things for a goal I had misunderstood. I traded youth, I traded joy, I traded precious moments with loved ones to chase something I thought was happiness, but it only brought emptiness. That's when I understood. Depletion doesn't always come from an empty wallet. Sometimes it comes from bracing for too long, from denying myself the right to rest, to heal, from forgetting that we are just human, not a machine, not a superhero. No one can brace themselves forever, nor can anyone live without energy, without emotions, without joy. True wealth isn't in the bank balance, but in life's balance, in a peaceful mind, in eyes that can still see beauty, in feet that still want to walk, still want to explore. After that moment, I allowed myself to slow down, allowed myself to be weak, allowed myself to rest. That wasn't giving up, but a rebirth. Learning to love myself more, learning to listen to my body, to my heart, in learning to cherish the small things. A warm cup of tea in the morning, gentle sunlight filtering through leaves, a sincere conversation with a loved one. Every day, I practiced breathing deeper, practiced feeling little by little, the energy returning, like tiny raindrops soaking into dry earth, refreshing a parched soul. I learned to set boundaries, learned to say no when needed, learned to let go of unrealistic expectations, and most importantly, learned to accept my imperfections. Accepted that I have moments of weakness, moments of fatigue. That's not failure, but part of the journey. Now my wallet might not get fat as quickly as before, but I feel much wealthier. Wealthy in peace. Wealthy in balance. Wealthy in the joy of living. Because I have found the fire within me again. A small fire, but warm and enduring. My own fire. And this time, I will protect it. Not letting it die out again in meaningless races.